Well, hey man, what's up, everybody? Welcome to I'm gonna call this a special edition of Jesus Take the Three podcast. I'm here on Duke's campus, right in front of Wallace Wade Stadium, with my dude Joshua Pickett. Everybody,
Yes,
let's
sir.
go. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. You?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for making time
Yeah, for sure,
for me to come out today and just kind of set up on campus.
Yeah,
And,
glad you could make it, man.
Yeah.
It's really cool what you're doing here.
Yeah.
Talking to athletes and also allowing them to talk about their faith too. So it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks,
glad,
man.
Glad to be here.
And it's been fun to watch you.
Yeah.
So I guess
Appreciate it.
for those listening and stuff, just kind of tell people exactly what you do as far as like your position, how long you've been here, and just kind of like a general snapshot.
Yeah. So I play cornerback. This is my senior year. So I'm basically done after we finish our bowl game. January 2nd. So been here for 4 years under 3 coaches.
That's
so
crazy. Yeah.
Been definitely a different transitions for me in my career here, but I think all of them have really helped me with my development, and I've really enjoyed my time here with my teammates, with all the people that I've met. I mean, Duke is just a great place to be.
Yeah.
Great experiences that I've had, and I'm looking forward to what's next in my journey. So,
Yeah. Wow. So you're graduating pretty soon then.
Graduating pretty soon. Yeah, I
that's cool.
just finished my final exam yesterday. Final exam
Wow.
ever yesterday. So
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Way to go, man.
Pretty crazy. Yeah.
And
Appreciate
dude,
it.
and so what a crazy year. So I know we're going to talk about just like your 4 years as a whole, talk about maybe some of your journey up to this point, but man, let's talk about this past season.
Yeah.
It was a pretty fun season, honestly.
Really
as
fun
of right
season.
now, because obviously there's a bowl game coming up, but y'all finished 9-3
Yes, sir.
on the season. Some big wins,
For sure.
some close calls, I guess.
Yeah.
So man, just kind of give me some of your highlights from the past year, maybe to some of your favorite moments,
Yeah.
favorite games. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like most people are gonna know what the favorite game is.
Yeah.
UNC for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, after
The comeback.
the heartbreaking like 3 years of having lost to them, and the previous year of losing to them to very questionable call.
Right.
It's honestly been amazing. Like that game was definitely probably one of the biggest highlights of the year.
Yeah.
Every time I walk past that bell in our building, it's like, wow, like we really won that. We really did that, and definitely like with it being that many years, and then also like with it being 28-0 at halftime, it definitely was one of those like ooh kind of moments. But
Right.
I remember running into our quarterback when we were going into the tunnel for halftime. I just told him, I said, like, we're gonna win this game. We still got a second half, so
Yeah.
we're gonna go out there. We're gonna do what we can do, and we're gonna win this game. So just to see that, and just to experience that, and just to have that feeling of the field being rushed. That's, I think, the second time I've had that here. First being the Clemson game last year, and then now that game. That definitely was very, very special moment for me.
Yeah.
So,
What was halftime like that game?
Yeah, really, honestly, it wasn't too much like said. I mean, I think Coach Diaz does a really good job of being very, like, calm, cool, and collected. I mean, we practice for games like that. So during the summer, we'll do this thing where he'll put up a score on the board, and we'll be down, like, I think it actually was at one point 28-0, which is kind of crazy to think about. And we have to come back from that deficit. So it's like he's put us in situations to prepare for that. And we've never, like, he's always told us, like, I mean, the game's never over. Like, it's never over till it's over. And I think that's just kind of been our mindset all year.
Yeah.
When things go wrong, we don't go with it. We just kind of keep our heads focused on what we need to do. And I think that's helped us throughout this year in some of these games. So
Yeah, man, I would say that was one thing that really stood out to me about this team this past season, is that y'all never lost your fight, and y'all had to really fight back sometimes. Dude, y'all's last regular season game, Wake Forest, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
talk about the ending seconds of that. For one, did you have a pick in that game?
That was the game before Virginia Tech.
The Virginia Tech, yeah. And now Wake Forest, though, walk me through those last couple minutes, man.
Yeah, man. It was crazy because
it was tied game, right? Or were y'all down?
I think it was a tie game about to go into overtime.
Yeah.
So, I mean that touchdown right there, the Malik to Jomo connection is like it's been amazing to watch all year. But then also in that moment, that was one of the biggest moments. Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, I remember sitting on the bench and honestly, I was so shocked. Like I didn't really know what had happened. I just heard everybody start cheering because I couldn't really see it because we were sitting kind of under a tent. So I was like, whoa, like what just happened? Like I was kind of shocked by it, but it was honestly amazing. Like it was an amazing moment, just for all the guys who have been here with me through these past 4 years, just to come out of the season and finish strong like that. It's just amazing. So yeah.
Just full of fight, man.
Mm-hmm.
On more of a downer note, what was probably the most difficult moment of the season?
Yeah,
difficult game, toughest loss.
Yeah, I think it definitely was the SMU game.
Yeah.
Definitely a tough, heartbreaking game. It's just it was a very, very close and good game.
Yeah.
And there were moments of fight in there.
Yeah.
And it was just tough to see us like. Yeah, it was just tough because I mean right now we're 16-3 at home.
Yeah.
So defending our home turf is really important to us. So it was definitely a heartbreaker. Heartbreaking game. So, yeah.
But y'all bounced back, man, and I just think how cool was it to have a new coach in Manny Diaz, and because I mean, gosh, you just look at Twitter, man, and you can look at the feed, and I think there were a lot of doubters coming into this football season with new coach and all that. Coach Elko went off to Texas and stuff like that. Texas A&M, right? Yeah. But like, man, you had a great year, and so for you, reflecting, if you could just like tell Coach Manny Diaz one thing, gosh, man, what would that be?
Thank you. Like, just thank you.
Yeah.
Like he's just been like. For me, it was definitely like hard last year, my junior year, because I wasn't getting that much playing time, and just for him to put trust in me to go out on the field and to perform, it just was an amazing moment. And he's just an amazing person in general. He cares about your mental health. He cares about you as a person. He's a funny dude too. Like I don't know if people know this at all, but he's a pretty funny dude too. So just to see just to have that trust put in you as a senior, and I mean for some coaches I feel like they may kind of get nervous coming into a place and not really knowing like who they have and things like that, and may try to do a little bit different. But just for him to really have that faith and trust in me as a player, and then also to care about me as a person. I mean,
that's good.
I really appreciate him for that. So thank you, Coach. Really, thank you.
I like Manny, man. I'm sure he knows this, but he was going viral on Twitter at the Auburn game for how excited he was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the funny part of him. He's a funny dude.
Yeah, I mean, he was a student at that game. I mean, jumping up and down right behind the goal. It was when Tyrese Proctor hit that buzzer three with the time expiring. You just see in the background Manny Diaz jumping up with his hands raised. I'm sure his belly was showing and everything. He was just so excited. But it's like, man, it's just so cool to see a coach that just loves the school. You know what I mean? That loves the university.
He loves the school and loves his players. And it really shows. And like I said, how much trust he puts in us as players and just allowing us to play. And, it's honestly been a blessing to play under him and his coaching staff as well. So,
But it's not over yet.
Not over yet.
So you got a bowl game.
Yes, sir.
And so what is the mindset going into the bowl game?
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's always we always say, like, I mean, we're not focused on the other team. Like, it's always really about us and what we can do. Obviously, like, nothing at all like happens without preparation, and I think for us, like, preparation is really big. So going into that game, we're gonna prepare how we prepare as a team. So I think I think people are thinking we're gonna do something different and change the formula, but I mean, we do what we do as a team, and it works. So trusting in that process and trusting in that preparation is our biggest thing. So yeah.
That's really good, man. Yeah. And I'm super stoked to see that game. January
2nd.
Second. Nice, man. So that's going to be on a Thursday.
Yep.
Okay, nice. Man, kudos to you for holding it together. We just had like 50 people walk by all staring at us. I was over here breaking, man. I'm like, and so aside from this year, man, obviously because you've been a Duke dude for all 4 years.
Yeah.
What are some of your other favorite memories, favorite games from years past?
Oh wow. Definitely the Clemson game. That was up there. That's the first time I'd ever had students. We had ever had students storm the field. Yeah. I mean, it was funny because it was everybody was trying to get a picture. Like, oh, let me get a picture.
Yeah.
Like all the students and stuff. And it's I wish I knew all of y'all so I could get those pictures because that was probably a great memory. But
I guess tag them on social media. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or something tag me on social media so I could get these pictures from y'all. But it was just an amazing game and environment, and just every single year it just seems like there's been just great guys on the team.
Yeah.
We just have a great culture. We built a great culture as a team here, and it's just amazing to see that. That game was definitely up there for sure.
Dude, I was on my honeymoon watching that game.
Wow.
But I really wanted to watch the game.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I got a virus on my phone trying to pull that game up because we got out of the country. It won't let you watch TV. So man, I had to do some sketchy things to watch that game. But because I just remember thinking man, Duke might pull this out.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, man, y'all did, and
it was crazy.
So, fun fact, which you know this, my first time actually meeting you was the Carolina game this year when we stormed the field.
Oh yeah.
Because I ran across you on the field.
And Nelson introduced us to each other. Yeah.
Anthony Nelson's our boy.
Yeah.
And so we talked about that, and then me and Anthony talked about that Notre Dame game last year. And although we lost that game, dude, that was one of the best college atmospheres I think I've been a part of. A night game.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was amazing.
Was incredible.
And the fact that we had college game day that week too was to have college game day in my career at playing at Duke. I mean, if I look back on my first year, I didn't really think that was gonna happen with just how things swung out, but just to see how the program has grown and just to see how the players, us as players, have grown. It's just amazing to see what comes from that. So definitely one of the top moments for sure.
So man, just an incredible journey. And so Josh, how'd you get here? I mean, how'd you get to Duke? I mean, just talk a little bit just about your journey, man. Growing up, hometown, and just kind of just the work that you put in to even get to this moment.
Yeah. So growing up, I grew up in Habersham County, Georgia. Shout out to my coach, Benji Harrison. One of the greatest coaches that I've had. Just the way that he's always advocated for me and helped me to really get to where I'm at now today. And just for me, it was it all started from youth football. My parents putting me in football. I didn't actually originally grow up there. I grew up in a place called Clayton County, Georgia. If you kind of know where that is, that's actually, I don't know if you've ever been to the Landmark Speedway, but the Landmark Speedway is basically behind my house. I used to hear all the cars and stuff going around the track, and it was really cool to kind of see that. But started with flag football, and growing up, I was always the very athletic kid. So I mean, if it was a game, I was probably one of the first kids being picked up for either football or basketball or whatever. So I've definitely been blessed with that, and really thank God for those blessings of that. So just growing up, parents put me in literally almost every sport, from soccer, basketball, football, track. And from there, just kind of narrowed it down in high school to football and basketball and track until my freshman year, and then kind of narrowed down to football and basketball my sophomore, junior, senior year. So from there, I mean, it just really was just me wanting to get to the next level. And I just kind of used the abilities that God gave me and really worked on those. I remember Buddy and I, Jackson Cloarcher is his name. We actually He actually originally made this like his brand called Fly by Feet. So we would go out on Saturdays, like, and we would do footwork on ladders, and I really think that was the big like step that I took after my freshman year of high school to really improve myself as an athletic being, which I think has really helped to get me to where I'm at today. Just that extra work outside of just the regular practices and things like that. So from there, just really, honestly, it just stems from just that hard work that really got me to where I'm at today. My coach, like I said, Benji Harrison, really advocated for me, and went to a few camps and just kind of I never actually thought about Duke at all. Like I never was thinking about Duke for football. Like schools I was thinking about actually were like, I mean, Clemson, Georgia, like those typical like football powerhouse schools. But like when I got a Duke offer, I was kind of like, whoa, like I just got an offer from Duke University. So I had to do a little research on myself to see like what Duke football was all about and stuff. I knew Duke for basketball because my mom was actually from North Carolina. She went to NC State, but we've always like been Duke basketball fans. So I knew Duke basketball, but I didn't really know much about Duke football. So it honestly, for me, the decision kind of stemmed from like my mom being like, this is a like once in a lifetime opportunity. Like, you can't miss up on a Duke education. I think she was thinking more about the schooling, and for me it was just kind of like, I mean, coming into Duke, like, I mean, I guess I could be, I mean, I feel like I could still play football and do it very well. And I was kind of unsure about the football part, but going into it, I just took the opportunity. I was like, this is an opportunity I can't pass up on because I can't play football forever. So just to be here and just to see how the program has grown has been like
glad
amazing.
You came to Duke, man.
I'm so glad I came to Duke. So it's been that's kind of been the journey though for me. So
let's say that you're talking to a high schooler, just a young athlete, man. They're putting in the work, they're posting their videos to all the different apps that athletes can post to, and they're just trying to just get there and just make some college. What advice would you give to that young athlete?
Yeah, I mean, just stay persistent, keep working hard. I feel like there will always be people out there that try to bring you down and distract you and give you doubts in your mind. But I think that staying persistent and really working hard, the one thing you can tell yourself, even if you don't make it to where you want to be, at least I tried as hard as I could to make it where I want to be, because you can either look back on it and say, like, dang, I didn't try as hard as I wanted to. So I don't know if I really could have gotten to where I wanted to be, even if I could have. So, like, I think the biggest thing is, like, staying persistent in what you're doing. For me, like, footwork is, if I'm talking to a football player, like, footwork is really huge. That really took my game, like I said, to the next level. I think I just got instrumentally better over my 3 other years in high school, just from being persistent with that, and then also just honestly keeping your faith in the front. That's the biggest thing. Staying grounded in your faith is huge, because I mean, none of this comes without God. So I'd say those are the biggest things. Advice I would give to high schooler.
Yeah, and I've loved your faith, and I mean, I haven't known you too long, too well, but I've known you long enough and well enough to know that faith is very, like, important to you. For sure. And so just talk more about your faith and just kind of where it started and what keeps your faith strong now.
Yeah. It's really just, it started from my parents. My parents, we went to church every single Sunday, and both of my parents are very grounded in their faith. I actually have an aunt who was like a deaconess and also preached a little bit in my family. So I have people in my family who have also kept me grounded, but really my parents have really kept me strong in my faith. I went to a Christian school up to about third grade. So we would have literally Bible sessions in class, like a Bible class where we'd study the Bible and things like that. So as I've grown, I've just continued to get stronger in my faith because of that. And I mean, it's just kind of like for me right now, just a thing that there's no way I could live without it, kind of thing. So, and getting to college, me and my girlfriend, she started her own little Bible study.
Okay.
Blue Devils for Christ.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So that's the
I was
Bible
gonna ask
study.
you about that.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
that's
I've seen
the
it on
Bible
Instagram
study.
and stuff. And
yeah. So she started that.
So that's a student-led Bible study.
Student-led Bible study.
Happens at Duke. Wow,
yeah,
cool.
They started that freshman year of college too.
And is that mostly just for athletes, or is that for anybody? Okay.
I think they would be open it to anybody at all, but it's mostly for athletes.
Oh, cool, man.
So really cool to see that grow, and she's been somebody who's really kept me grounded in my faith too. Like, she really sticks in her word, and it's really helped me to stay focused. She's another part of my life that really helps me to stay focused on my faith as well.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
Yeah.
And so I noticed at some of the Duke games this season that I went to, I noticed some of the players in the end zone pregame praying.
Yeah.
And so and so what started that, and what's kind of the heart behind that?
Yeah. So for me, I actually pray typically before, like when we walk out to the field for our prayer. I pray after that, and then I'll pray before. When we come back out for warm-ups, I'll pray again, and I'll pray like right before the game. The end zone thing, actually, I just kind of joined in on that kind of thing. So the years back, actually, one of our coaches, he would get in a circle and we would get on a knee and we would actually hold hands, and he would pray over us before the game. So after he left it, we just kind of started that on our own. So I think for me, it's just like a way for me to like really get connected with God before the game, to thank Him for allowing me to be out here and to do what I'm doing in the first place, because I wouldn't be here without Him. But then also to be mindful of the moment and be focused within the moment. But yeah, the end zone thing, I actually don't fully have a actual full answer for that. I think guys were doing that before. But,
But I love seeing it because it was obviously students doing it, student athletes, and so like it wasn't forced. Y'all didn't have to do that, but they did it, and that in itself speaks volumes. And because I mean, people notice that. And what are some other keys you think are there to still honoring the Lord and sharing the gospel even as a student athlete? Because I mean, think about it. You're an athlete for Duke, right? Football player. You go to a university, but what are some of the keys? Some of the key things that athletes can do to still keep their faith strong, to glorify God, and to share the gospel even as a student athlete.
Yeah, I've really grown in the Bible study that I've been in, just to be able to talk to other athletes who have the same faith as me. That's really helped me to keep going and stay strong in my faith. To be able to talk to people who are literally in the same positions as you, going through the same things. It's very powerful, and I think that's one way. I think that we can all share, kind of keep our faith strong, but then also in sharing the faith. It's been amazing to see guys on my team. I mean, I remember one day we were in the locker room, and that one song, Trust in God, we were just like sitting there, just like no audio, like no music. We were just singing it like ourselves, and just to see that is like super powerful. Just a couple of guys in the locker room just to sing that, and I think that can really help you kind of show what your faith is and spread it to other people. But I think those are kind of been the ways that I've been able to do it, to join in with crew. One of my girlfriends, like really good friends, she actually started a worship night on the deck on Sundays night. So whenever I can try to get to that, like I go to that sometimes, and that'll help me also connect with different people, not even just athletes, but other people that are on campus that have that same kind of faith, like grounded faith, that want to continue to improve in their faith, and also share that kind of same want to worship the Lord.
Man.
So
That's really good. I think the biggest takeaway I got from that is just having the right people around you.
Yeah, it's huge.
Having a good, godly community. It doesn't mean you don't have to talk to other people.
Yeah.
But I do think there's something very important about just being aware of, who's got access to your life and who's feeding you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can feed people, but it doesn't mean you to be fed by everybody. So I just think that's really important for everybody, especially for young people in schools and things like that. So what's next for you, man?
Oof, man, yeah,
or is it too soon?
Nah, it's not too soon. Yeah, I'm actually in the process now.
Okay.
I've been in the process for actually since the season's ended. I've kind of focused in more. I kind of wanted to finish out the season strong before I kind of really got into it. But yeah, I'm right now just kind of looking for a place to train, looking for agents. I've been contacting quite a bit of people that kind of have connections with that I feel like can help me out in this process. So, just in the process really of making decisions on what's next for me, combine, pro day, whatever that may be, to reach the next level of my journey. So, for me, it's like whatever God has for me, it is for me. I'm going to keep trusting in him and do whatever I can to get to where I want to get to. But I know, he'll show me where I need to be. So, and that just trying to prepare the best I can to put myself in the best position to get to that next step. So,
That's really good, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Josh, now we've got the 30-second questionnaire. So basically, I'm just going to throw off random questions that come to my mind.
All right.
I don't have anything typed out. Then for you just answer exactly what comes to your mind first. And I'm going to set my phone right here.
Let's go.
And I'm going to set a 30-second timer on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
Movies or TV shows?
TV shows.
Favorite TV show?
Ooh, snap. Abbott Elementary.
Okay. Favorite go-to meal?
Spaghetti.
Oh my gosh. Pick your poison. Carolina or State?
Ooh, snap. I'll say probably neither, but for my mom, State.
Oh, okay.
For my mom, State.
Respect that. If you didn't play football, you're playing?
Ooh, probably baseball.
Okay.
Potentially baseball.
Favorite video game?
2K.
Oh,
2K.
okay. Well, that means we got to play in 2K soon.
Okay.
And that's 30 seconds right there, bro.
Let's go. Nice.
Boom. Look at that. Good. Because honestly, dude, I didn't know what else to ask you. So I'm like 30 seconds is done.
Nice, yeah.
Bro, I was just praying, Lord, give me the question. Well, Josh, man, dude, thanks for all that you do, man. Thanks for being a light for college football, for fans, for sports, and really just for college students and really just for young people. I think you're a great example for how someone can just really pursue Jesus despite where they're at or despite what they're doing. So just keep doing it, man. I'm so excited for the season that you had, for the career that you've had at Duke, but even more excited to see what's next for you. So I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Thanks for making time today.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right. Well, till next time.
Yes, sir.